Oh, there we are. Psynikai. I was just checking in my VOD. This is definitely a checkpoint I was not aware of. I'm not sure if you actually know the correct checkpoint I missed. I figured it out now. Upsala. It is this one. Yeah. It's this one. That does not appear. I had no idea it exists there. I guess in the one run I finished, I just hit it. And it's also difficult to realize if you just got it or not. You still have a checkpoint time on top. What the heck? So annoying that this costs me a position in the end, but it was in this moment when this happened, it was obvious that it will cost me a position. Because I was very aware of all the checkpoints, of all the other checkpoints, just not this one. And they are then of course unrespawnable with, like, yeah, okay, with backwards driving and so on, I could have actually exactly hit this one part. So that was possible to reach. But yeah. Yeah, I don't know what's such a map actually. This is just a dump map. Alright, take off the week. Yeah, I started playing the maps today at 18:30, 30 minutes before cup of the day. I had like 1 or 2 minutes per track for 20 maps still. I was... Okay, there's one exception. This difficult map where only Iekosto finished. I actually, before the Formula 1 qualifying, I was driving that. And I like saw the world record and saw it's quite slow, so I actually tried to finish and tried to beat it. Yeah, I had then a run with 1 respawn. And but this one I drove a little bit more often because you cannot finish it immediately, and also there were 2 hidden checkpoints, which was the reason I didn't finish my first run. These 2 tomatoes again. And the thing is that I knew on this map I can be the only finisher and can catch up the points to Normie. I knew I had a chance on this track. But yeah, I was just so unlucky with my landings there. That was like after the unlucky no finish in the beginning, and with only this amount of players and with these skill gaps, it was just impossible to gain these points back. Unless I would be dominating, which is of course now not possible with this training. And the other only option was that I finish this track and Normie doesn't. But then I was landing 4 times or 5 times shit in this bobsleigh, and 3 times of those I was landing then on my roof. Like I reached the bobsleigh and I landed on my roof, and one other time the car jumped out of the bobsleigh. Incredible. Because that was my chance, and I only needed 1 finish of one of these 2 tracks. Or Norby to no finish this other track, where he finished last second. I don't know how that happened though. It was like one of these normal maps in the beginning. Yeah, but at least still got something, even with this bit of train. Sadly I couldn't really hunt now the campaign. I think it was also a bit easier than in the other editions. record. Yeah, hard to say, but without Bestia and Hill, Heath doesn't really have much need to hunt those tracks for perfection. Also I of course didn't hunt now myself, but I could believe that these records were maybe not as close to the limit as they were when we had like 5 good players battling that out. I cannot really judge these records because I didn't play or hunt most of the tracks. But I saw, for example, on these Cup of the Day maps, I saw the gaps. And the gaps told me it was super simple to get 3rd places there, or even 2nd places, and I guess even 1st places. Because there was no need for... others to... Also for he, for example, was no need to really hunt him for perfection when there is no competition. But yeah, I was also just sleeping long today. I was going into bed and at like 4 AM and slept until 13:30. So 1:30 PM. And then was of course Formula 1. The free practice I watched, the qualifying I watched, and before the qualifying I had to do my teams for the F1 Fantasy League. And a lot of thinking because it's the very first race. I had to do a lot of thinking, how do I put my team together. And all these things did cost time. Like additional time. News, yeah. Okay, the track of the tag of the week starts soon. And I didn't really understand the map yet. Let's have a look at the GPS maybe. Wait, huh? Hä? What is this backwards? GPS backwards, nice joke. Have to stay inside there. Yeah, Mud also just said it. Nope. Nope. Sadly, I cannot really do a nice respawn run on this track. There are some checkpoints that are important for the line, and I didn't already have a bad line or wrong line through them. Okay, warm-up is over. We start with a knockout. No elimination here in this first round, as usual. I'm not feeling well prepared now, I have to say. I'm also far away from the auto time. Okay. People are not unbeatable here. Maybe I have a chance actually. There are some parts I'm not really a fan of. Ooh, yeah, this is dangerous. The snow slide was heavy. Several people try 50 point something, but I guess without my mistakes I have that pace. Ay. Another one of these wonky starts. I don't know if this is a full speed turn or not. I'm really not sure. What was the first place time? 49.5. Yeah, Brinken is a bit fast. But I think that they are also not perfectly consistent on this track. I massively forgot the way in one part. I forgot where to drive. Oh my god. Proli is in because of 2 big crashes. They could have been one of the faster players out. But yeah, we have 49 drivers and I do not have this pace, I think. There's a lot happening here in the end. People fall behind a lot. Brinken with the mistakes not behind me actually. Yeah. I thought at the start of this run, of this round, that I actually 2 KOs. Oh, still 2 KOs, okay. Okay. Trackmania News Discord. So again 2 KOs? No, okay. Okay, that was lucky. I'm in the final. He didn't try 49s in the last 2-3 rounds. Scheiße. I struggled with this drift all the time and had to get it better now. But slightly touched. Like, that was the smallest of touches, but it ruined the whole run. Okay, 49.7 would have been also probably a bit too fast. But yeah, I didn't really get the entry into this, because the back of the car is always going far to the right. And if I wanted to avoid it, I was into inside for the turn. But there was the slightest of touches with my back. Stole my speed, my momentum, and then I just touched inside, and the next jump is impossible. Naja. But I think I wouldn't have driven this time that he drove, so... Doesn't matter in the end too much. I wanted to, of course, risk it for such a time. It's also a reason why that happened.